All right. So looks like we've got a couple of people watching on YouTube now. All the YouTube people, I'm going to be letting the students in soon, about 3 minutes it looks like. So please, first of all, click on the link that I just sent in the chat. It might also be in the description, I believe. So I really recommend that you click on that because you can stay where you are and just watch us and join us that way. But if you actually get the Zoom info, then you can join us live and it'll be interactive. So I'll see you on my wall. That's why I keep looking up there. I've got students projected on my wall. And that way I'll be able to see what you're doing, see your strengths, your weaknesses, what's next, and what advice I can give you. So I really recommend that you click on those links and get the Zoom info and join us live. There's a link also in the description, which will take you there directly. It's the longer link. It says join us live here on YouTube, or click here to register and get the Zoom info. That's the one that you want. But all of them will be good, and you'll find out. You'll find the info that you're looking for depending on what your interest areas are. Okay, so stick around. We're going to start in 2 minutes now. All right. A couple more things that I need to do on the admin side. Hope to see you soon, period. I'll keep my fingers crossed, period. Hello, everybody. It's great to see you again. Hello, Thomas. I'll let everybody get situated. Let me just write one more message. Cliff has lost internet. He's lost electricity. So I want to send him a message before we begin. And could somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Perfect. Thank you, Zedes. Thank you, Thomas. Okay. One more thing. Sorry, everybody. Just want to let Cliff know that he can join anytime. All right. And by the way, in case that happens to others, if you are ever late, my Zoom custom is to turn off the waiting room. As soon as I let everybody in, I turn off the waiting room and I turn off the sound. Sometimes I forget that stuff, but usually that's what I try to remember to do. So if you do lose electricity, lose internet, have some sort of problem and you're late, don't let that make you stop and not do the class at all. Please attend, even if you're late. All right, so let's get started. All right, let's expand and then expand, reach out with the arms. I draw it in again. And again, expand, expand, expand. Continue expanding out through the arms into the compressed palms. All right, let's bow in. Shomani. There. Right. お願いします。はい。Towards the toes. Let's stretch up through the crown of the head. Right, again. Other side. Right, leaning back now. Other side. Right, towards the toes again. Right, legs wide. Toes. Other side. Down the center. And behind. Keep the chest open. Right, other side. Down the center. My feet together. Just loosen them up. And then now draw your center towards your feet. I open the rib cage. And turn more. Other side. And more. All right, let's loosen the ankle. Other way. Bend the toes. Other Open them. Open them. And massage. Pounding. Shake it out. Foot. Way. Bend the toes. Other way. Lengthen them. Excellent. Cliff's electricity came back apparently. Widen them. Nice. And massage. And pounding. Shake it out. Right on your stomach. And up like a snake. To the side. Other side. And alternate. Right, and child's pose. Right. To the side. And the other side. And drop a shoulder. Really let this area stretch. The attachment of the pectorals, I believe. Other side. And again, this time roll the arm. Similar to Nikyo, stretch only even further. Turn it all the way, rotate it all the way over. Right. And alternate. Right. And onto the toes. Right. Up. And circles with the knees. Other way. And alternate. Bend down. And touch the toes. Bend. And touch the toes. Toes out, knees out. Bend to a squat. Up again. Legs wide. Other side. And drop the shoulder. Drop the other shoulder. And alternate. And all the way down. And the other side. Again. And again. Body on the center line now. Drop a shoulder. And let yourself feel it all the way in the lower back too. Not just shoulder blades and mid back. See if you can stretch the lower back. Alternate. Drop the hips as far as you can. And then stretch the knees outward. well, stretch the adductors, I think they're called, by pushing on the knees. Okay, scoop it up. Expansion. Right. Compression into the center and then expansion. Compress and expand. Circles with the head. Other way. Side to side. And this side to side. And then hands up over your head. Step and shift. Other side. Again. And again. Then this one. Then shoulders, take one up, back and down, other one up, back and down. Alternate left and right. And straighten the feet, toes, and the heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, side to side. Really let your lower back feel it. Right, and then here. And from below. Other side. Kotegaishi. Other side. And Samkyo. And other side. And this one. Other side. Switch again. And switch again. Let's shake them out. Let the whole arm shake when it comes down, especially. Again, this time big. Expand, compress. Expand, compress. Even let your abs compress and expand this way. Compress. Left tummy, back foot is at 65 degrees. Front foot 4 foot lengths forward. Shoulders up, back, down. Do your best to keep this, even though the hands are going to reach forward. Here we go. Eiho, 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 eiho. Right hummy. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Shoulders way up, way back, way down. Hey ho, 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 hey ho. Inhale. Last one. All right, let's begin kind of a review from last week to a certain extent. Let's begin with our book though, please. Right. So, お願いします. It goes like this. Yes. Okay. And actually, let me clarify because I see a few people doing different things slightly. I used to, before Zoom, I used to have everybody get their swords. We come back to the line. We have our swords here at our sides. We say, "Kyosuke re, onegaishimasu." That was our pattern. Now we're learning some more. Well, we've got some Aikido influence now, and it seems like a higher level of formality. So, so the current way that we're doing it here on Zoom with this heavy EI influence is sword comes to eye level. So I said, please get your swords. You get your swords, come back. Sword is at eye level. And then we bow, but the sword ideally stays in place, in space. Yeah. Then we stand back up. Then it comes this way. And then over to the side. Yeah. When I use this sword here with this rope or cord, then there's a whole nother thing that I haven't figured out yet, which hand is holding the cord and all of that. But with the bokto, that's our current protocol, custom. So let's begin just with a pattern. And let's do it. Let's go back to the old days of old Zoom, and we'll do it with the intention of Shihonage. Okay? So a pattern, we'll start from right hanmi. A couple of tips, couple of review. The knuckle, this first knuckle here goes on top of the sword. Make sure it doesn't come around to the side of the sword, right to there. And then this knuckle also, this hand also, the knuckle goes on top of the sword handle. This gives you only about that much, maybe 1.5 inches or 2 inches between the hands. All right, so right hanmi. Step forward, tenshin. Again, doing a pattern. Then we turn back to shomen body position for seigan. We come through, turn, cut, kesa. Looks good. Other side, left hanmi. Step, tenshin. Then seigan gamae. Step through, turn, kesa. And one point, I just realized like a week ago that I kept missing this one subtlety that Numata Sensei was presenting to us. And that is that when we come through here, Aikido style, if we're doing Shihonage, we come through here and come up like this, and then we turn and cut. We don't normally do that with sword, right? Because if I'm cutting right next to the wall and I do that, then I'm gonna hit the wall. We always, when we do 180 turns, we keep the sword right where it is in space. But what we're doing here with a pattern, this is just representing our partner. So as we continue doing this, especially the black belts, please understand that this is not, I'm not teaching you sword work by telling you to do this. Okay. This is simply for Shihonage. So let's do a few more. Got a lot of mostly veterans in this class. So you can go at your own pace. Be aware of stretching your spine upward, especially on every cut, but always. And you can try left, right, left, right. Here, forward, cut, seigan. Continue. As you get more and more comfortable, start to envision where your partner is when you're throwing them for Shihonage, how they're falling, all of that. Nice, it is. Wow, that is nice. Yeah. Nice, Thomas. Yes, yes. And one more reminder, since these cuts are kesagiri, we're taking them all the way down to the knee level of our would-be attacker, not stopping at belt level, all the way down to their knee. Continue. Yes, nice, Thomas. Looks good, Cliff. Yes, Cliff, nice. Yeah. Yes, both of those cuts, Cliff, looked to be exactly the right height, ending at exactly the right height. Okay, let's switch to the shoto. And just as a point of interest, since I'm not going to, since I'll probably use the Bokdo again, I'm simply going to bow to you quickly, bow to Ola Sensei quickly, all that. It won't be quite as formal. Then I'm bow to Ola Sensei. So much bowing. And onegaishimasu. Hi. So my understanding is pretty much the first time that we pick up a weapon, and the last time, and then when we intend to finish with it for the day, for the class. All right. So same exact thing. Right foot forward, stepping forward with the left. Kesagiri. Seigan gamai. Through. Turn. Switch the hand. Remember. Then we cut back down again. Looks good, looks good. Step with the right. Cut kesa. Seigan gamai. Step through. Switch hands. Cut down again. Continue. Nice, it is. Yes, good endings, it is. Yeah. One more thing, Zeres. Be aware of your body position. So when we take the sword out, let me show you with the Jo. Just a review for you, but you haven't had this as much as Thomas and Cliff. So for example, if my back foot is straight, you can see that my center line is right here. It intersects with my belly button. All right. If I drop my back heel, that turns my body slightly. This is called hammi. Okay, so now I'm in shomen body position. Now I'm in hammi. And you can see that now my new center line is slightly to the right of my belly button. Okay, if I were to turn my back foot 90 degrees, then that would put my new center line all the way over here. And this is really useful for certain things. This is irimi body. For example, if a straight strike is coming towards me, I can move into irimi body. Anyway, the one that we're doing works with shomen body and hammi body. So we draw the sword, and we're already in. Actually, let me do it the other side. Well, no, it doesn't matter. We're in hammi position. Okay. Then we step forward and do tenshin, and we're in the opposite hammi position. Okay, still not center line on our belly button here. Then we turn our belly button so that now we're in shomen body, belly button facing absolutely forward. We come through, we switch to the other hand, we're in shomen body, and when we cut, we drop into hammi body. We let that back foot, we let the back heel drop, and foot turn 65 degrees. So anyway, the point is, it's not a lot of details, not a lot of information, but be careful when you start, especially, the sword isn't out here, okay? The sword is right on whatever center line you're working with. So make sure that you're in hammi. Back foot is 65 degrees. And if you're in irimi, the sword will be here, but you should be in hammi. So it's just an inch or two to the right of your belt. So turn your hips more, Zeres, towards the camera. Yeah, and now bring your hand closer to your belly button. There you go. Oh, not that far. Oh, yeah, good, good. That's the line that you're working with to start off, okay? Yeah, memorize that. Nice, Cliff. Exactly. Yeah. Also, Cliff, add to the work that you're doing, that when this is up and ready, this back heel is off the ground and the back foot is straight. Then when we cut, it drops into 65 and the heel drops down. I think that you weren't doing that, I'm not sure, but it looked like that it was missing start. Yeah, yes, yes. Tried to block out the sun from behind my screen, my projector screen today, but it's very bright out there, so I don't have the best quality video today, but yeah, nice, Thomas. Really beautiful. Okay, so now I'm seeing this here and there. Let me explain again in a little bit more detail. So here, really at the beginning of every one of our kesa cuts, our body is in shomen and our back foot is straight. Then we cut kesa, being careful not to turn into irimi body, shomen body, and hammi body. Okay, so, and then the thing is that you've got to do that while you're doing tenshin. It's really tough. So here, you drop into hammi body, then back into shomen body, and step forward through, and then especially this one is a good chance to do this, to get your heel up and to make sure that your body is in shomen position. and then drop the heel 65 degrees, and the body turns to about 45 degrees. When people come to my dojo for 25 years, I've been telling them, don't think too much. Now on Zoom, I'm telling everybody to think. Left foot forward, we step, cut shomen, hammi body. Shomen body for seigan. Step through, turn, switch the hand, shomen body, hammi body for kesa. Simple yet profound, in my opinion. Okay, very nice. Let's put the shoto to the side for a moment. And let's just imagine a partner. We're not going to throw each other yet, but we'll imagine a partner. So right hammi, and my right wrist is being offered. They're grabbing with their left hand, so gyaku hammi. Step. You can think of cutting or not, but think of the body positions and the lines. They grab, they come through, turn, shomen body, hammi body as you throw them. Or left hammi. Tenshin, seigan gamai. Step through, turn, shomen body, hammi body on the throw. Very nice. Right, and by the way, some styles, they like to have a counter strike, either atemi on this entrance here. Sometimes our style is coming here from below, just a bit like we did with katadori one day, like a month or two ago. So you can come up here as they're entering to grab your wrist, or a lot of styles, they'll do yokomen as the partner's grabbing this wrist. I'll show it again. So they're coming to grab the wrist, and I can do yokomen or kesagiri. So with this hand, we've been doing it with this hand. So add that if you like. I'm just saying that because there's some black belts here, and you're probably really familiar with that. Add it if you like, don't add it if you don't feel like it. So anyway, this was doing the cuts. You step forward, kesa, and hammi body. Shomen body, seigan gamai. Come through, cut / throw. Looks good. Left hammi. Yes. Nice clip. Nice, Thomas. Reminder, especially for the black belts, especially, so it should be always, but especially when the arms come down, stretch the head up. Easy to forget about that. Just a couple more, and then we will go into breakout rooms. Okay, and then zeres, nice. Remember that you're switching the hand. And what's happening, if you remember, this person here. So let's say that the person comes to grab this. Now they're over here. I come up and through. If I don't switch to this hand, then I break their arm. So I have to switch, and I have to take a hold of their wrist with this hand here, and then I cut. Free hand cuts as well and comes to here. This one is holding their wrist, and it cuts this way. Another point for the black belts especially. When we take a hold of the wrist, this hand becomes free, and let it what's the word? Don't neglect it. It can keep its structure, cutting the air and coming, arcing to here. Mm-hmm. Nice, Thomas. Yes. Yes, Thomas. Good. Wow, Cliff, beautiful, beautiful final cut. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Before we go into breakout rooms for this, let's take it one step further. So I'm not saying it as much as Nimata Sensei, but I'm working on it just the same and telling you tips that are related. That is these three different lines, maintaining these three different lines. So we want to maintain, if we're in, well, no, whatever we're in, we want to maintain this line. We don't want shoulders to be uneven. We want to maintain the line of the spine, stretching this up constantly. I always remind you on the strikes because that's when it's easiest to lose this extension. And then we also want to maintain the level of the hips, okay? Not this or this. So then you have these techniques coming up and through, and you do this with some people when you're doing shihonage, you go this far and they're still doing a back bend, waiting for you to finish the throw, okay? And so then we have to throw, we have to get them down to the floor. Beginners, you black belts have probably seen this, beginners will take this foot and come forward, but most people agree that that's not a good idea. So anyway, when we get to here, then we do have to go further. And then it's easy to collapse the chest. We want to keep it open. And if you slide this foot tenshin as you go down, that helps. And then sometimes this knee will have to overbend, okay? Or you could even come down like this to take them all the way to the floor, okay? But anyway, this won't quite do it, all right? And here on Zoom, you don't need to go all the way down to the floor if you don't want to, especially if you've got a hard floor, not necessary. But you can start thinking more and more of sending them all the way down. And then you might end up breaking this line a little bit, but you don't want to break it that much. Ideally, you want a straight line from the heel to this shoulder. Not so much of a bump here. Okay, so feel free to work on that as well. Ooh. Haven't done it in a long time. Yeah. And when you do, keep track of that free hand. Very nice, Thomas. Then just make sure the free hand is here while you're doing it. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Cliff, nice. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Good. Nice, Zeres, yeah. Wow, Cliff, nice. Yes. By the way, I might as well throw this in there too. especially since we have some black belts. You may or may not know about this. And black belts, maybe you're teaching when we open up the dojos again, maybe you'll be teaching, maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, if you're working with a beginner, whether you're the teacher or not, you know that some beginners, almost every beginner, when they're getting thrown shihonage, you're standing here, and really shihonage, we're supposed to keep a hold of their hand all the way to the end. As far as I know, every style. Technically, we're supposed to do that. People usually let go earlier. One of the reasons we let go earlier is to not hurt our partner, because most partners, especially at the beginning, they don't know how to take that ukemi. So if I come all the way down to the floor, the uninitiated person, the true beginner especially, will fall. They'll be standing here, correct? The back of their head facing my camera here. They're going to fall that way. So the shoulder is going to end up out there. But the wrist is going to be here if I really stick to the traditional lines of this technique. Okay, so then I'll injure them. So what you can do, maybe you're already doing it, but here, this hand becomes free at this moment. You can just grab their dogi. You can grab the back of their dogi back here. And as you take their wrist and let them down, you can pull this dogi a little bit. And boy, oh boy, they really enjoy it, actually. They're surprised. It feels fine. And then I sometimes joke and say, like, a little bit of breakdancing, 1980s breakdancing. So anyway, if you're not doing that, it's really helpful to keep your uke safe. Hand becomes free, and I've been telling you to put it here. If you're training with a beginner, don't put it here. Grab the back of their dogi, take them down gradually, carefully, pull this a little bit. Their feet will swing out and they'll look like they're doing breakdancing a little bit. Yeah, that's a tip. Let me look at my clock. Okay. All right, let's try some breakout rooms for this one. And here we go. Oop. 2. And it's not giving me the same options. Oh, there's the options. All right. And let's move that person there. Okay, so that'll be, yeah. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Okay, I think I haven't worked. No, I think I haven't worked with Cliff yet. Okay. All right, so let's try throwing each other for katate dori shihonage, just in a footwork pattern. But if that goes really, really well, and you want to move on to B or C, no problem. So here's my options. 4 minutes. Yeah, I think that was enough last time. Here we go. We are back. We are back. Okay, still kind of learning about the transitions with the break rooms, but looks like somebody's back. Yeah, feel free to move around. And then Cliff, you can really have an impact on your partner simply by, once you've done this tenshin, this seigangamai is really powerful, this transition from hanmi body to shomen body. So give that a try. Good. I'll take the ukemi with you until these others come back. Okay. Oh, there you are. Good. Yes. Now say, oh, yes, that turns me this way. Yeah. Excellent. Sorry, I cut some corners there. Great. Welcome back, everybody. And let's continue this time with tenchinage. All right. So let's do it empty-handed still, or again. Right foot forward, A pattern footwork again. Or actually, you know what? I've got two ideas. We only have about 6 minutes left. Two ideas. We can transition to tenchinage, or we can just do different breakout rooms, different partner for shihonage. I think let's stick with shihonage with a different partner. Yeah, thumbs up for that, to vote for that. Or doesn't matter, Cliff? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go with that, sorry. So let's have more breakout rooms again, but only like 3 minutes this time. And you get a different partner. So let's move Thomas over to there. And then I will train with Zeres. And we'll make the breakout room only 3 minutes this time with a 60-second warning. Okay. So let's try shihonage, A footwork again. See how it goes with another partner. Here we go. All right, we're back. Great. Check the time. Cool. Okay. So let's sit. And expand. Again. And again. Press and expand all at the same time. Right. Let's bow out. Shoulder knee. There.どうもありがとうございました。はい。All right. Great. So questions or comments or anything?